Okay, there we go. Hello, hello, everybody. How are you guys doing this morning? It is 6:51 a.m. for me, and it is -4 degrees outside. So, what a great day to stay inside and tinker, right? So, welcome to all the new subscribers and the new members. We have memberships now open, so if you want to become a member of the channel, you can download any of the models you see on this channel, and it'll be wonderful. And you can help support the channel, and we can buy supplies to do more videos, right? So, we actually have a request today from a subscriber. I take requests, guys, so if you want to leave a comment in, usually I mostly look at the comments on the newest video because I just don't have time. But if you leave a comment on the newest video that I post with a suggestion or a challenge or something, I'll try to build it. Unless it's too crazy or too easy. I don't know. What am I saying? I just woke up. I need more coffee. Okay, let's jump right into it because here is what the deal is. So this subscriber contacted me in the comments and asked how to turn a 2D image into your 3D project. And that I was like, oh, well, I guess, like, what are you trying to do here, you know, sir, ma'am? So I was like, could I get an example or a picture or something, you know, so I know what we're dealing with, you know? So let me put the picture up on the screen. Oh my goodness. I'm also looking at it on my tablet right now. I have my tablet set up on an easel so I can reference it constantly. It is a very, very detailed incense holder or burner. I mean, I'm not quite sure. I don't burn incense, so it looks like maybe the type that you pop that little lid off and then there's a metal dish inside and then you put one of them little cones or something in it, right? And then what? Do you put the lid back on and then the smoke comes through it or something? Anyway, it is an incredibly detailed model. So, I don't know if I'll get it exactly right, but I'm going to go through the steps of how I would go about taking a 2D image like this and making it into a 3D model. There's no magic tool or fix or button. We're going to have to do it with brute force by slowly building it out from the core out to the outer edge. But there is something that will help us. All four sides are the same. And actually, if you look at it, all of the eighths, all of the halves of the sides are the same. You get what I'm saying? We only have to do basically the detail of 1/8 of it. Okay? Because we could, well, in most cases, most of it, we could do 1/8 of it, but for surely only 1/4 of the detail, and then we'll be duplicating it and attaching it to the other sides. You know what I'm saying? So, enough talking. Actually, let me show you one more image. There's one that's like gray. It actually looks like a 3D print. So, yeah, it's this image. So, I'm going to bring it up on my tablet too because I am not seeing it on the screen like you guys are. So, yeah, this actually looks 3D printed, which is cool. So it is a 3D print model that they're probably painting the gold onto. Okay, so first step. Well, I just want to point out, if you look close at the actual background of the main surface, it's textured, kind of like a window screen. Are you guys seeing that? So what we're going to do is we're going to start with the core shape of the whole object, and the very next layer we're going to do is that texture, if we can, without getting too many shapes right off the bat. So let's try to make this core shape and then add that screen-like texture to it. Okay, let me get my preferred photo back on the tablet here. It helps to have a tablet sitting in front of you. Like I said, I have mine on like a painter's easel that I found at Goodwill. Okay. The shape, it's like a weird off-center hourglass. And you know what tool can do that? Boing, sketch tool. There we go. Let's zoom out. Do I want to use the half trick? No. We could just do half of it, but I want to make sure we get the top curve good. So I think we're going to do the full, I think we're going to do the full shape on here instead of just half like we do sometimes. So let me just get started here. Okay, so we have a somewhat of the shape going on. See, we can adjust them a lot. So we could do things like, oh, wow, what, how did you guys see that? Oh, did I just discover something? Hold on, let me try it again. How did I do that? I somehow turned it. Oh, can you just double click them? Oh my gosh, why didn't they tell us that in Sunday school? You can just double click them to turn them into a curve, guys. Oh my gosh, we're learning. Okay, let me play with this for a little while. Cuz this is not quite right. So let me see if I can get this closer. Okay, yeah, as you are seeing here, I'm getting a kind of a basic shape down. So see, you can use these different functions down here. So we have like the change to corner, you know, the curve, and then this one, oh, the brake handles. Yeah, I've been using this one a little bit, so you could just do separate stuff on each side. So see, we're gonna pull this down. I'm trying to keep it real even. So let's check it. A little farther. Okay, so besides maybe stretching the whole thing up, I think we have a good basic shape. Does this have to dip? Here. Visualizing. Okay. So see, there's going to be so much detail with weird decorative stuff on the bottom. We're just going to leave it like this. And I think we're ready, guys. Here we go. Because we're gonna make this core shape. And I think I know how to do it here. So this is just one angle of the shape. So yeah, I feel like the whole thing needs to be more like this. Okay, are we going to roll with this, guys? A little less? Right there. Okay, so we just did the first step. So here, let's tilt this up. I'm going to hit D to drop it on the plane there. Okay, now we pick up our coffee and we stare at it and make sure we know what we're doing. Okay, so see, we need to make it like this, but look, we have the two curves this way, but we do not have the two curves this way. So how do we remedy that? Just like this. So this is 101.12. Let's just change it to 101. Okay. And let's change this to 101. Oh, yeah, I think this will work. 101. Boop. Okay. Now we need to make a cutout. So, because we have to cut that same curve in this direction. Okay. So let's duplicate it. I hope this works. I think it is. Unless I'm thinking about this wrong. Okay, let's spin it. And we have to make a cutout, so let's grab a block. Got to make sure it's big enough. Okay, so we're just going to make a cutout. Let's see. This can be as long as it needs to be. Like, you get what I'm saying? This, well, you'll see in a second. So see, we're going to turn that into a hole. So see, we're making a big old block cutout. Okay. Beautiful, beautiful. Is that big enough all around? It won't hurt to be a little bigger. Okay, there we go. Let's keep it lined up. It is. Okay, here we go. So we can combine these two. Boop. There we go. See? And we can turn it into a hole. And there we go. We just made the cutout to cut the other angle, the other shape. Or the same shape, but from a different angle. See? I think this is working. You know what? We're going to need more of these, I think. So let's not waste our cutout. Let's keep one, I mean. Okay, let's center this and see if that works to center it. There we go. Oh, yeah, I think this is going to work. Oh, geez. We got to make sure. Wait. Yeah. Well, there's only one way to find out. Let's group it. Oh my gosh, you know, yeah, let's do it. Bam! We did it! Yeah, see? Now, I hope I didn't go too skinny. Did we go too skinny on this middle part? Uh-oh, I feel like that's even skinnier than the model. We have a slim model here. I'm going to go back and fix it. Okay, that was easy. I mean, that was only a minute or two, so we can group it and see if we like the shape. We might as well start. Yeah, that's much better. Yep. We just had it a little too slim. So there is our shape. So, yep, we're going to always keep one of these cutouts because I think we're going to need it. And we're also going to keep one of these cores because we might need it. It looks like there is a cut on the top, but here, I'm going to set this down here for now. Let's do the cut on the top because that's an easy part. I'm stalling so because we have to start doing hard stuff. Well, I don't know. Maybe it won't be so hard. Okay, I'm going to crank this radius button up a little bit. I wonder if I should wait to do this step. Oh yeah, we'd probably do this at the very end. But see, we're gonna cut a nice in the picture there's like a square inset right here. Let's just visualize it. You know, kind of like this. And see, I use that radius tool to give it a little curve on the edges of this. So see when right here. But I just realized that's going to be at the very end. So let's not even worry about that. The first thing we should add is that weird screen-like texture, which it's going to add a lot of shapes to this. I think how we're going to do it is, I think we're literally just going to use rectangles, you know, like strips. Let's see if 1 millimeter is too wide. Let's do 1 millimeter wide. Let's look. I think 1 millimeter is good. Okay, so we could just do, what can we do? Okay, we can snip it. We're gonna have to snip it. Okay. Thinking. Okay, let's make this longer this way. Right? We gotta... Okay, yep. That's long enough. No, it's not. We gotta make it... Oof, just barely. Okay, yep, that should be okay. Okay, so we're just going to do a bunch of duplicating, and we're going to probably have to export this model and import it back in because this model is going to end up with way too many shapes. And we're just going to break the internet. Okay, are you guys ready? Let's keep it simple. Let's duplicate it. And there we go. We're going to click twice over. So there's a 1 millimeter gap between each one, okay? And let's just do it. Let's keep hitting duplicate. Is this already going to be too many? Oh my goodness. What have we done? Okay, this is how I would do it though. What do you think, guys? Am I going to break it? Okay, I'm just going to try it. Okay, let's take this one and flop it down here. And what we could do is, I think we're going to put it at a slightly... We're going to put it at a slightly... like, we won't keep it completely even, because, like, a screen wouldn't look like that. It would look like... There, we'll go a 0.5 millimeter in. So, see? We'll do it like this. Okay. So, let's do the same thing, but up. Should we make this smaller first? I don't know if that'll save us some memory. Okay, here we go. Let's duplicate and raise it up 2 millimeters. Boop, boop. And here we go. Oh my gosh, what have we done? We're definitely, if I get this to group and cut and stuff, we are going to definitely have to export and import right away. This is probably already way too much. Yeah. This is already hundreds. Probably. A couple hundred. Okay, that's how I would do it. So now that we have that, we only have to get one side nice because we're going to just... Right? Yeah, we're just going to use it as... like a panel. So we're going to do one side, and we're going to attach the decorative panels to this at the end, basically. So let's see if there's any chance that this will group. Let's duplicate our cutout, bring it over, and see, we're just going to cut this again. But I guess slightly out. We're not going to... Well, here, let's line it up. Oh my gosh, that's not what I wanted to do. Okay, let's just go anywhere here. But see, we'll have to slide it slightly over, like... So that would be 1 millimeter mesh sticking out. See? So let's try that. Oh, wait. Wait a minute. Uh-oh. Hold on, hold on, hold on. This is sticking out, so we have to go like this. Okay. Now bring it on back. Okay, that's perfectly even there. Uh-oh. Why did that one That one's got to behave, guys. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, I'm going to try grouping. There's no way this is going to work, is it? At least, it might. It might. Okay, here we go. Holy cow! It grouped. This is exactly what it looks like. Except up here, it looks a little different. Why? Oh my gosh, this is exactly what the texture looks like. Why did it group so fast? I think I know why, actually. I'm just kind of wondering visually why it looks a little different up here. Oh. Oh. I see. Because it cut it flat. So, if we wanted to leave it like a mesh like this, we'd have to have done it in 2 separate steps. But that top... Here, let me go back as much as I don't want to. Oh, yeah. See, this didn't get cut. Oh. So we would have to do, like, the vertical line separate from the other lines. You know what I'm saying? If we wanted to... If we wanted to have it stay like this, you know, textured like this. We can, though. Okay, let's do it. What's the easiest way? Like this? Group. Okay, there we go. Oh my gosh, this is already crazy. So see, now we can adjust this one separately from the other one, you know? So see, we can do small movements. Boop. And we could do our 1/2 millimeter out or in, you know? Can we still see it? There, I went a 1/2 millimeter in. See? We got that cool mesh. And it's all in the curve. See, we got that cool mesh texture and it's still curved. The only curve we don't have anymore is... See, we might be doing some more... Okay, that's fine. Oh, yeah, so we just have to cut it the other direction now. Ooh! Wow. Okay. Let's spin one of these cutouts and bring it on in. Then we're going to export this project. Okay. We're going to export the project and bring it back in so we lose all the memory of that texture. Ooh, here it is, guys. Are you ready? First step. Oh, second step. The first step was making the core. Group. Did we do it? Oh my gosh, we need a better color to look at. Well, that model was gray that we're looking at in the picture. Okay, these sides won't matter because we're just worried about this. There it is, guys. We have the core shape, and we just made the texture. I think we, like, completely nailed it. Oh, that's awesome. And you know what? We can export it. Export the STL. Name it Incense. I'm going to name it Incense 1. It's the first time we exported the Incense name. Okay. Okay, I'm going to start a whole new project, but I'm going to bring these other shapes in. Because there could still be memory of this on this project. So now we're going to delete this. I'm going to one at a time copy and paste these two objects to a new project, okay? So see, we can copy right here. So copy. Okay, I'll be right back. Okay, there we go. We got a brand new project. Now we're going to hit import, choose file, and we're going to find our file, Incense 1. Okay, there we go. Let's turn it back to... Are we going to use the gray color? Or can we see better like this? I really like this blue, to be honest. Oh, it's perfect. All right, well, step 2 done. We got the overall shape. And remember, we only have to do one side because we'll either just rotate it or we'll have to cut it off like a panel and put it on the sides of our project. So, all right, let me take a quick little break and let's go on to step 3. Okay, let's bring up the... Here, let's make sure that's not sticking out too far. Nah, I think it's okay. Could we still select all that? Do we need to move this in a little more? Oh, no, we can't. Okay, that's fine. Okay, let's bring up the picture. Okay, see that little ridge that runs along the edge with all them little V shapes in it? Let's do that next. So some parts will kind of speed up because you'll see what I'm doing just by speeding it up. Otherwise, the whole video will be way too long. So let's do the sketch tool again. I'm going to set a temporary block here so the sketch tool stays nice and flush. Whoops, I set it down wrong. Can we just get rid of that? Okay, put it on here, please. There we go. Okay, now we need to... Let's make an outline for that little rim. So I'll do that quick. Okay, that is more like it. Let's stick with that. Okay, here we go. So we gotta just make this be a little ridge basically. So let's actually hollow it out by... How should we do it? Let's duplicate it. Shrink the duplicate. Is this gonna work? Stretch it up. I thought this would work. Get what I'm saying? I was gonna cut like a little rim like this. Oh, I see the problem. See, we need an even line, so we're gonna have to go like this. Holy cow. This is cray-cray. Okay, let's cut this in half, to be honest. We could have done that in the sketch tool, though, right? Okay. There we go. So let's chop this in half. Now let's duplicate it and turn that into a hole. See? Now we can easily cut. Or it'll be a lot. Or easier anyway. Okay, let's shrink this down. See, we can cut a rim and it'll be even. See? Oh yeah, that's much better. Shrink it down. Raise it up. Okay, let's see. And we can group it. Okay, so we have half here. Okay, and now we'll just flip it over. Duplicate it and flip it. Whoops. So we'll hit the mirror tool, flip it. There we go. Let's make sure it is touching. We could just do that because we could stretch it into place. Okay, let's group these two. Okay, let's slide them in. Okay, and then we'd have to cut them again with our cut tool. Okay, so once again, we can, if we like how this is, it's okay. Let's grab one of our cutouts. And do the same thing like we did with the screen. Okay, so let's see. Is that even sticking out? Oh yeah, it's sticking out. The only thing is, does there have to be one on the edge too? Oh no. Can we use the same one? Here, let's go back. You know what I'm saying? Uh-oh. I think there's got to be an edge one too. Let's see if we can use this same one. Okay, there we go. Finish. Okay. Wow. Okay. So let's make this big like this, and now we can snip it, and we should have our rim that we want. So let's get rid of this. Let's bring in this. Hey, there we go. Let's see if it's sticking out a decent amount. Yeah, it's good. Step 3. Oh my gosh. Look, we got some little extras on the bottom. That's okay. We'll be snipping that off. Hey, step 3's done. Okay, let's move on to step 4. Okay, let's bring the picture back up. Okay, see along the little rim that we just made? We made this little rim. There's all the little V shapes, so let's add them in. It's going to add a lot of shapes. We're just literally going to make a V shape. Let's see. I guess this will take a little while. I'm literally just going to make a V shape out of... what should I make it out of? Honestly, I want there to be as few polygons as possible. Okay, let's just make it out of this. Okay, we can duplicate. See, we could just go like this. And I have a feeling we're going to need the sides kind of cut off, won't we? Yeah, probably. Let's just do that now because I think we're going to have to. Okay, there we go. Let's group this. Okay, so see, we're just going to add a bunch of these. See, technically it doesn't matter. We're going to snip them, so it doesn't matter how long they are. So let's just make them kind of long. I'm going to... I'll have to time-lapse this. We're going to shrink them down. I'm going to try to duplicate and repeat as much as I can, but they're going to need a lot of adjustments. Okay. Wow. Okay. So did you see once I was done with this right side and the top, I took the right side and I duplicated it and put it over on the left side. So now we can snip again. So let's do it. Let's duplicate our cutout. See, that's why we're always keeping one of them. And we can do another snip. There we go. Oh my gosh, are we actually pulling this off, guys? Okay, here, let's bring the picture back in. Oh my goodness. Dude, we might even have more texture. Might not be quite as perfect lines, but I think we even have more texture. Look at all that texture. Oh my gosh. Oh, okay. Well, I guess we're actually ready to start adding the crazy floral decorations, but I need a break in real life. I got stuff I gotta do, so I will be back in a little bit. Alrighty, guys. I took a long break. It's actually the next day. Oh my goodness, where were we? Weather update, it is minus 13 degrees Fahrenheit. Oh my goodness. Negative 37 wind chill. So, yeah. Not very cozy out there. So what are we doing next here, guys? Come on, let's get back in it. Oh yeah, we're about ready to add like well here, let's pop the picture up on the screen. Okay. We're about ready to start adding all them like leaves and vines or decorations, whatever they are. I was trying to kind of figure out what they are. They're like vines and leaves. I don't know if it's supposed to be... It kind of looks like a morning glory flower with vines and leaves. I'm going to pretend it's a morning glory. Otherwise, it might just be abstract kind of stuff going on there. So, I think we're going to start a new project. So, for the vines and leaves, so we don't create too much memory on this project, okay? Let's do it. Okay, we can always copy and paste them, or we can export and paste. Okay, so luckily a lot of this looks duplicatable. I guess the main problem is going to be like the twisty vines. If we tried to make them rounded, it would probably take a long time. We might just have to use... Well, what should we use? Well, let's first make one of the weird leaf-looking things. I guess let's just start. So what I would do is just kind of make the shapes really big and just kind of build the leaves and the flowers, you know. Like I said, when it comes to the twisty vines, we might have to... we'll figure it out when we get there. So... Yeah, as far as these like leaves and stuff, we could kind of do whatever we want. Let me try something quick. I notice if you just kind of build stuff really big, you know, which makes sense, and then shrink it down, it's a lot easier. So watch, we could do something like this. Some of my favorite stuff to use is just spheres. You could make almost a lot of stuff out of spheres. Okay, let's do that. Shrink that down a little bit. Okay, let's try this as like a blade of a leaf blade or petal. They look kind of weird. I got them zoomed in, so let's just try it. If I knew how to use this program. Okay, there we go. Too deep and too stupid. Okay, line them up. They must not have been lined up very well. Let's line them up. And let's raise them up. Okay, let's try that. Okay, that's much better. Oh, yeah, I like it. I like it. Oh, my gosh. It looks like a pupa. Okay, let's spin it for some reason. Okay, let's lower it down. And let's start doing some duplicating. So we're going to duplicate it. We're going to kind of line it up like this. See, check this out. A boing, boing. Okay. So see, some of this stuff is not always Super awful. See, we can duplicate all three of these then, flip them. Okay, see? And if you look like here, let me bring up the picture again. Okay, editor, point an arrow at the thing that I'm making. See that weird little blossom like leaf or whatever it is? That's what we're making. So see, and it's going to be so small. Look, these could even be smaller. There, beautiful. Okay? And now you see why I wanted to use a different project here, because we're eventually going to kind of build up a lot of deals here. So, all right, let's make another shape because there's some weird other stuff going on. I can't even see it, to be honest, though. I mean, I kind of can. Oh, no. Okay, well, let's just make something, and it'll be fine. Okay, there we go. We have some kind of a leafy deal. Okay, and then see, we could take the whole thing and do stuff to it, like give it a little stretch like that. There. See? There we go. We did it. And we're done. But you know what? For the actual... You know what we'll probably do? What should we do? I'm trying to think of how to make the stems. We're almost going to just have to use the scribble feature, but it'll be less fancy than... It's going to be less fancy than the original. Because we don't have the tools to round them curvy lines. Okay, let's just do it. I'm going to... Let's try this. See, we could do stuff like that and try to fix it up. See, I wish there was a slide bar to add rounded edges on these lines. See, we could use the sketch tool for this too, but it would create the same thing. Maybe a little smoother, though. But it would also take longer. So, you know, there's kind of... I wonder if it would almost look good if we kind of made it look a few more naturally, you know. Maybe we'll just have to make a version like that, see? Look at it. Oh, yeah. That really broke up that kind of crappy line, didn't it? That's kind of not as bad now. And you know what? This could actually be a little bigger. Okay, guys, time for a time lapse or something, cause I'm going to have to make more of this type of stuff. So I think we're about to bring some of this stuff over so we can put it onto the design. So, all right, let me get to it. Okay, so look at how we did. So we got to stop for a second here because I think it's time to do a cut and rotate this so this pattern is on all the sides. It turned out really good. Mine's not quite as nice and clean and fancy as the original, but I just did what I could. I was annoyed. I didn't want to do it exactly like how they had it because it was just taking too long. So I did my own version. Pretty good, though. You know, by the time it prints small, that's going to look pretty nice. Here's the problem, though. Here, let's look at this. Oh, yeah, that's nice. Did you guys see? I was trying to export this, just the pattern here. So see, like this, I exported and imported back in. So that should have not as much memory. But just these, well, here, let me select it. Did you see? I was trying to export these details right here, okay? And I exported them, and I went to import them back in, and that error came up that it had more than 300,000 triangles. So there was more than 300,000 polygons. Oh yeah, cause see, look. Oh my goodness. So I'd have to like do that in sections. So I'd have to do like this one, and then this top one, and then bring them all back in. But for now, I'm just going to do the main build of it because I'm not going to be able to print this today anyway because my printers are busy. So I'll probably just build it and call it good, you know. And if I get time, then I will print it. But this is going to be a big print, take a long time, and a lot of filament too. But this video mainly was to show how we can turn a 2D photo into a 3D model. Painstakingly, I would like to add. It's a challenge, I'll tell you that. Okay, so let's just take a triangle like this, and we're going to cut. Let's see, how should we do this, guys? Let's make it bigger. How big do we have to make it? Okay, yeah, bear with me. Here we go. Duplicate. Slide out. We're going to make a big old cutout like this, right? Would it come out more? Oh, yeah, it could. Oh, I see. It could come out right to these. Oh, becoming smarter. Beep, beep, beep. Okay. Let's just try this. Okay, it looks really goofy. I should have kept these lined up. It won't matter. Okay, let's just group these. Okay. And then, yeah, this is what I want. Oh, we are fancy. Okay, let's bring this up. See, we're going to turn this to a hole. Is that good? Okay, we need smaller movements. Okay, we got to see right where we want it. Can we cut it right here? There, that was pretty fast. Uh-oh. Oh my gosh. Am I a noob or what? Okay, ungroup. How did I not notice that? Oh my goodness. Thank the Tinkercad gods. Okay, so what's this little thing sticking out, guys? We're leaving it. We wanted that there. Look at this. Okay, please please cooperate, sir. Okay, duplicate. Can't even talk anymore. Spin. It should line up right here. Oh, man. I'm excited. Okay, let's make our movement smaller. Okay, guys, here we go. Ready? Duplicate. And duplicate. Oh my gosh, look at it. Wow. Okay, yeah, that's over 1 million polygons. I don't know if I'm going to be able to export this. If I can, that'll be cool, because it'd be cool if somebody tried to print it. But okay, we're not done yet even. That's just that part. Let's do another time lapse, because I got to add the rest of the detail. Oh my goodness. We're going to break the matrix, guys. Okay, here we go. Let's do it again. Oh my goodness, I'm so happy that grouped. So here we go, guys. Done. So it does have a lid, like one of the pictures shows a lid, but I'm not gonna make the lid because I am burnt out on this, and it's already got so many polygons. I'd have to build the lid in a different project, and this is more a proof of concept of how I would go about turning a 2D image into a 3D model, because that was the question. So here, let's bring the picture back. There it is. Look at that, guys. Mine is like different, you know. Wow, it's hard to even see the... Here, can I select it all? There. There, that's easier to see. So see, my detail it's different. Probably not as good, you know, as the original. But as far as just a Tinker model, I think I did pretty well. So I'm guessing that this hole would have the metal... Oh, I could see it has like a metal dish in here that you would put the incense, the cone, or whatever you're burning. And then there's like a dome lid that you set on top. But that would take another probably hour or maybe more. But, oh gosh, I can't stop looking at this. It's really cool. So I'd say as far as polygons and detail, this is probably one of the most complicated models I've made, or detailed, I guess. So it looks pretty good. We got all kinds of details in there. I do kind of want to print it. Oh my gosh, this would take an entire day to print. I believe the entire model with the lid was 8 inches, like 8 point something. So yeah. I guess this is about to scale. Maybe this would have to be a little bigger. Wonder if we'd be able to see the details better. Oh, we're going to have to get a good thumbnail there. Holy cow, guys. Alrighty. I'm going to call this one good. If I can get this to export, I will add it for if somebody wants to try to print it. I did get a flat bottom to cut on it. That was nice. I will attempt to add it to the list to print. And then maybe you can make your own lid for it. You can even cut the size hole that you need for the metal dish that you have. So you could always refill this and cut it bigger for your metal dish. So if I can't get it to export, then I won't be able to add it to the list. But this was more of a proof of concept that we can take a 3D image and slowly build it out from the inner core out to the outermost detail. And luckily we were able to duplicate and repeat all these sides and all these details. So we kind of only had to do one side of it. So look, we even got that crazy texture real close. Look at that. Isn't that cool? Oh, it's really cool. I'm proud of it. But I'm happy to put it in the back of my head and move on to the next project. All right, guys. Thanks for watching. We'll see you guys on the next one. Bye.